everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome all my new subscribers. Want to take a second and thank each and every one of you guys. You guys are all awesome. So in this video, we're going to be talking a little bit about my M15 Pro from Maxshine. Now, as you guys know, I did a recent video. If you don't know, after this video, you're more than welcome to go check it out. I put my M15 Pro up against the G9, and the slight edge went to my G9. Why? Because my M15 Pro was stalling way too easily. I mean, way too easily. And I know a lot of people have said theirs works great, and there's a lot of people that say theirs stall. So, one thing I noticed was the back plate. The back plate wasn't spinning freely. Real quick, I'm going to show you guys what it looked like before. Alright, so there you go. There you guys saw it. It wasn't spinning freely at all. It was hung up on the housing. So now take a look at it. Spinning nice and free. Now I'm going to show you guys how I did that and talk a little bit about it. So in the kit, they come with these little washers. Hopefully you guys can see that. And these washers go right behind the back plate. I'm gonna pull this off real quick. All you do is take your Allen wrench, the center bolt right there. You go ahead and break it loose. I'll try to make this a quick video. Go ahead and break that loose. The kit should come with a Allen wrench a supplied Allen wrench for you to do it. So you just pull that bolt off. And you see, that's where the washer goes, is right in here. So basically, I had two washers in it. It came with one in it, and it also came with the spare one. I put the spare one in it, thinking that would help. It didn't help at all. So, you can't see it, but I will show you a picture real quick somewhere, if I can. I'll show you a picture of that washer that I made. I made it today at work to fit. It was a little bit thicker to go inside here. Oh, sorry about that. Oh. So, basically, these, now my math might be a little bit off, but I used a micrometer. These are about 18 thousandths thick. So figure two of them, I was at about 32 thousandths. The washer that I made was about 47 thousandths. So it was roughly 10 or 11 thousandths more than what I had in it. I put that washer in and it was still just barely touching the back housing right here. So I ended up having to add one more that came with it. So, and I measured that out, is roughly about 65 thousandths is where I was at, where I was comfortable with the gapping in the back plate of the housing. Now, so you just simply put this back on your thing, tighten the bolt, and that's what allowed me to get that free play. So I'm really excited to see if that helps with the stalling. So we are definitely going to put this thing on the test hood, but before I do that, we're going to change the grease out in the head. I'm excited because it comes with some cheap grease in there, so we're going to get some really good grease in it. I did this to my old Harbor Freight polisher, and it made a huge difference. So I'm excited there. And we're going to see with these two things, is this going to top my G9 now? Is this going to be the polisher that I'm going to reach for? Because I can tell you what, I did a two-stage light cut and polish on a Honda. You guys got to bear with me. I got a lot of footage to sort through on that. That video will be coming out soon, I promise. But on that car, I was kind of wishing that I had a long throw, because yes, can you achieve paint correction with the G9? Absolutely. But it's going to take you longer. With these long throw polishers, you can get faster defect removal. And it took me all day to do that car. So anywhere I can save an hour or two and two passes instead of 5 passes. I know I said I don't mind doing them extra passes, but when you're doing it all day, it really makes a difference. So I'm really excited to see if this makes a difference. So let's go ahead and get into re-greasing the back plate. So first thing you got to do is take these, not the side ones here, sorry about that guys. It's got this counterbalance in here and it's got 3 Phillips head screws. We're gonna go ahead and pop those out real quick. Sorry about that guys, I wanted to reposition the camera so you guys could see. All right, so let's go ahead and pop these out. One, I don't have my little magnetic tray with me, but if you have one, so you don't lose all these little parts, that would be very, very smart. Knowing me, I'm a mechanic, but I don't have nothing at home. All right. Sorry if my big head's in the way. This is going to be my first time getting into this polisher, so there you go. You got 3 little screws. This little counterbalance. This is the counterbalance for the head here. Nice little machined piece. Perfect. Now on the inside, if you guys can see, you got 4 Phillips screws in there. Go ahead and remove those. 1. Whoa. 2. 3. And oh, a little bit more. Come on. Perfect. So now that you got all 4 of those out, you got your housing out of the way, you can set that out of the way. Now you're going to take your Phillips and you're going to take these 2 side caps off here. Brian with Apex Detail did an awesome video on this. That's the only reason I know how to do this. Go ahead and pop this cap off. Hope you guys all out there are having an awesome day, night, evening, whatever it is where you're at. I'm really excited to do this. Boom. Now this should slide off of here with a little bit of help. Lift it up over the thing, just like so. This little head will pop off. We'll set that over here. Now you've got, oh, well, the 4 bolts that you took out for the housing actually hold the motor in place. So we're just going to try to wiggle this up and out, just like so. Look how dry those gears are. Super dry. Now let's go ahead and take a look in here. What grease? You call that grease? Yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of this stuff, man. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna use some Q-tips. I'm not gonna make you guys watch me do it. So I'm gonna get some Q-tips, I'm gonna clean all this stuff out, and we're gonna come back and pack this thing up. All right, everybody. Went ahead and got everything all nice and cleaned out. What I ended up doing was here inside the gears. It was really hard to get in there. So I wiped it all down. I just used a little bit of compressed air into my microfiber, and it blew out all these little gears right here. Sorry, I'm trying to get close up. So it's all nice and clean. Got the housing cleaned out as good as I could with my Q-tips. Now, what I'm going to be using is the Stalube Extreme Pressure Premium Red Grease. This is the same grease I used in my Chicago Electric. What I'm going to do is just go ahead and plop it down on in there. Now, you don't want to overly pack it. Get it down in there in the holes. There was actually more grease in there than I imagined because I didn't see all the nooks and crannies. But we're gonna get this all down in there. Make sure you cover that gear down there. Might take you a second, but it's all right. That should a little bit more. When I went to clean it out, it was pretty much, it was level with that center portion. So I'm trying to make it as level as I can. Just like so. Then what I'm going to do is just kind of wipe this rim a little bit. I packed it way too full in my Harbor Freight one, and it started oozing out of the side when I went to put it back on. So I learned my lesson there. I want it to be clean. I don't want nothing flying out. Last thing you need is grease flying all over the paint when you're trying to polish. Now what I'm gonna do is, in the center, right where this little piece goes right here, where it goes down into the bearing, is packed with grease. I'm gonna kind of try to get some of that out. That way it's not completely full in there, because it didn't have anything in there when, I don't know if anything should be in there or not, but maybe we'll just put a little bit on here. I guess I could have left it, but that's all right. And then what I'm going to do is, on this ring gear here, I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead and give it a little coat just like so, just to make sure it's got some lubrication on there, just like that. Sorry about that, I'm not even getting you guys in the camera, but I'm trying to hurry up and get this done so we can go inside and relax. I was excited at work today because I made that washer and it freed up my back plate, so I said, oh, I gotta re-grease this thing and see if that's gonna help. So there you go, just like so. A little bit of grease there. And this one just like so. And we're gonna go ahead and reassemble this thing the same way we took it apart. Like so. Now our housing goes right back over. And then we're gonna take our 4 bolts. Put those in. Make sure you put them all in first and thread them in just a little bit before you just go in tightening one at a time. Make sure all 4 of them are in there. That way you get everything even. Tighten everything even. That way you don't get anything, you know, cocked at an angle or anything like that that'll wear your gears or anything. Make sure everything's nice and even. Like so. And really, I thought this was, a big job. When I first had my polisher, it's really not. I mean, if you're not making a video or doing anything like that, you can probably get this done in a matter of probably 10 minutes. And I'm using a screwdriver to put everything back together so I don't risk stripping out anything with the power tool, because these little Phillips, they strip out easily. Excuse me. Alright, looks like they're all nice and tight now. Don't want to overly tighten them. Just make sure they're nice and snug. Give them a little and you'll be good. Like so. Now, we're going to take our counterbalance. We're going to put this back on. Whoa. Easier said than done, huh? Oh. Sorry about that, guys. Having a little technical difficulties. Ow! As you guys can see, I work on cars, not polishers. Oh, whoa, sorry guys.
Wait a little.
"17 hours later.
Feels like it.
Alright, now we're cooking with gas. It's just awkward trying to put that thing in there with one hand because it weighs, it wants to fall back into the housing. Alright. Wow. Now these you want to make sure are pretty snug. Just remember you got to put a good amount of weight on these, on the head of these bolts, because they like to strip. Sorry if I'm out of the picture, guys, and my arm's blocking you, but all right, nice and tight.
Finally.
Now we can go ahead and install our back plate.
Are you looking for this, Dad?
Nope, it's already. I was just making sure this one was already on there.
Wait, you need this.
We're gonna go ahead and pop the back plate on.
Years later.
Yeah. It's easier if you turn the polisher this way. Sorry guys, but it's easier if you turn the polisher down and then match up your back plate like so. Oh. Don't go Incredible Hulk on this, guys. Just give it a nice little snug.
Don't go Hulk smash.
Just like so. And we're done. Spins nice and freely. Get over here, put our housing on.
Oh, that's what that was.
Like so. Kind of forgot about that, I'm not gonna lie, but it still pops on at the end, no problem. So go ahead and do that. Boom. And boom. And there you have it, guys. We are re-greased, ready to test. Let's get over on the test hood and let's try it out, and I'll give you guys my feedback. All right, everybody. We are over on our test hood. I just grabbed a white polish pad, nothing extreme. Few dots. Whoa, this 3D. It's been hot today, guys. It was like mid 80s. That is way too much product. We're gonna go ahead and just put this on the paint, see how it feels, listen to the machine, and I'll give you guys my feedback. Yes, I did wipe the hood down. Also, if you guys can see, I have a little mark right here on the back plate, just to gauge the stalling, see if it's any better. Everybody, quick little final thoughts on the washer mod and re-grease of my Maxshine M15Pro. Hands down, it is definitely better. Way better than it was. Is it an astronomical difference? No. But before, it wasn't even usable. I didn't even like using it because it stalled so much. Now, it is definitely tolerable. You know, on a 4 to 5 speed, I mean, it seems that it can take a decent amount of pressure and not stall. So that's what you guys gotta remember. It's dual action. Every dual action is gonna stall. So if someone tells you, oh, it stalls, it stalls. Every dual action is gonna stall. But this one is just stalled a little bit too easy. And now that the backplate spins freely, it's definitely much easier to use. That was my biggest reason why I chose my G9 over my M15 Pro, was because the G9 didn't really stall as easy. I mean, you could put some good pressure down on the G9 and it wouldn't stall. But with the 9mm throw, it takes you longer to get correction out of it. So I'm glad that I have my 15mm long throw here working good. The grease is definitely smoother and a little bit quieter. You can always go back. Sorry I didn't have a comparison between the two right off the back, but I did do that video on this versus the G9. Go check that out. Listen to how it was in that video, come back and check it out in this video. I can tell you hands down that there is definitely a difference. It's definitely worth doing that. If you got an M15 Pro, check your back plate. If it's not spinning freely like that, put some washer mods in there. Mine came with 2. I had 2 in mine and it was still not spinning freely. So if you have to make that washer mod yourself for some reason, you need about, I can't speak for anybody else, but I had to put about 65 thousandths. That's the how thick the washer was, paired with one of the washers that came with it. So a total of 65 thousandths. Made a huge difference. Don't want to drag on and mumble too long. The M15 Pro might just be my go-to now. We'll see you in the next correction. All right, everybody. Sorry about this last minute at the ending. I've been having some issues with my SD card and my GoPro. I don't know why. It just cut out at the end of my video on my final thoughts. So what I wanted to say was we will find out in the next correction. I hope you guys all have an awesome day, night, evening, whatever it is, where you guys are at. If you like this video, please consider hitting the subscribe button. Smash that notification bell so when I upload videos, you guys get notified. Also, smash that thumbs up for me. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys, and I'll catch you guys all on the next video.